The business desk at this hour. The importance of public-private partnerships have formed part of matters under deliberation at the Continental Free Trade Area Summit underway in Cape Town. AfCFTA has been in the works for more than a decade, and businesses as well as governments on the continent say they are ready now to move the needle to implementation. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo joins us for more on developments at this event. Thank you so much for your time, Ntokozo. Let's talk about the Secretariat having launched the AfCFTA hub and what it entails really. What has been the progress with regards to this new element?
Good morning, Dumisang. Well, the African Hub, as you said, is part of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Plans of actually implementing and getting the ball off the ground. And the African Hub basically connects government to businesses and consumers in a bid to really make trade, the movement of goods and services a lot more seamless. And just to talk me through the role that the BRICS Business Council plays in actually supporting the African Hub, I am now joined by Busi Mabuza, who is the chair of the BRICS Business Council. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, you are part of the panel that is actually unpacking the African Hub for us. Can you talk us through that?
Ntokozo, thank you so much for the opportunity. First of all, the AFCFTA Hub is a platform, as you correctly said, that will connect regulators, government, business, market opportunities. And what I absolutely love about the hub is that the barriers to entry for small and medium enterprises should be naturally reduced by such a platform. I love the fact that the creators of the hub have thought through the privacy issues, so this hub is not aimed at competing with any e-commerce platform that exists, but rather aimed at integrating the different platforms. Businesses, from an industrial development corporation perspective that we deal with, indicate that barriers for them include access to information. The hub should start addressing that. Access to markets. The hub will address that in a manner that will be most beneficial for all businesses, especially small and medium enterprises. Now, though it was launched about 7 months ago, and what we are going to get today as business is information on how the rollout has progressed in those countries where there has been take-up. And I look forward to actually getting more information so that South African society and African society at large starts getting on this platform and utilizing it.
And just what is the role then of the BRICS Business Council, obviously with South Africa being part of BRICS, in actually helping facilitate and supporting such initiatives from the Free Trade Area Agreement, such as the African Hub, to really drive into Africa trade?
So a lot of lessons to be learned then, Ntokozo. First of all, most African countries have been able to increase their trade with the BRIC partners. Countries such as China and India have a presence in the continent and are trading with us very actively. In fact, even more actively than we are trading with each other. Therein lie lessons. Secondly, the digital platforms that the BRICS partners have been able to create for themselves, be it e-commerce, artificial intelligence, are opportunities for us to learn. And finally, I look forward actually to us as the African continent now approaching the BRIC markets as a pack, because the opportunity of a market of 1.3 billion people, most of whom are young, most of whom are entrepreneurial, most of whom are driven, is a much more compelling proposition for the BRICS partners. We have a digital economy working group as the BRICS Business Council, and this digital economy working group is very active in making sure that we are bringing lessons and opportunities from the BRIC partners into the continent.
Thank you so much for those insights. And of course, we look forward to hearing some of those discussions today. Of course, that was Busi Mabuza, who is the chair of the BRICS Business Council, just talking us through the African Hub, which is an initiative, of course, by the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement to really make business transactions and the sharing of information a lot more seamless. And of course, Dumisang, digital trade is one of the priority areas that this business forum will be focusing on. There are a lot more sessions that are going to be taking place, as she said, in regards to just really exploring the opportunities that digital trade actually brings for intra-Africa trade.
My colleague Ntokozo Khumalo there at the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Summit. She'll be bringing you more developments as the day progresses.